All right, we are here today with the proof traditional archery works right here with Johnny and Dale Carr's Three Rivers Archery, and they've been so good to us. And I tell you guys, said it time after time on film. If you're thinking about traditional archery, call Three Rivers Archery. The people up there don't mind hipping you. They'll talk to you and explain to you what they've got and get you started right. And Dale, I'd like for you to tell everybody kind of your history and how it all evolved into Three Rivers.
Yeah. Well, we started back in Wisconsin, and we had a little business called DMJ Archery. Mm-hmm. Stood for Dad, Mom, Matt, and Johnny.
I like it.
Yep, got my own letter.
But first, I want to congratulate you, Johnny.
Thank you. Johnny. Thank you. Good job, man.
This is one of the biggest does I've seen, and on the ground, 20 yards, beautiful shot. Went probably 25 yards and piled up, but
yeah, ran a long way, didn't it?
Yeah, but no, we had this little archery shop, and I was building tomahawk bows full time, the long bows, and we went to a show in Indiana, and I've been bugging Three Rivers Archery to put my bows in their catalog for years, and I grabbed 4 bows and told Sandy, I said, I'm not coming back till our bows are in that catalog, and I made a beeline for Three Rivers Archery's site, their little booth they had. And they were waiting for me. And one of the workers there, Todd Smith, he stopped me. He said, hold on before you say anything. Steve said, if you want your bows in the catalog, buy the business. It's for sale. I didn't know what to do.
Right.
I turned around and went back to the booth, and Sandy was like, well, what happened? And I said, here's what they said. Yeah. And she looked at me. She said, you want to buy it? And I'm like, we're pretty, not poor, but we're...
Yeah. Not many of us have understanding why.
You don't make a millionaire or become a millionaire selling bows or making bows. That's for sure.
So I was real fortunate that Sandy did small business loans for the state of Wisconsin, and she said, let's look at the numbers. And a year later, we were signing the papers to buy Three Rivers Archery, and that was back in 1999. Mm-hmm. And it's 2023 now, and it's grown by leaps and bounds because I've got good employees, people that can see the future, and we love traditional archery. I mean, I'm so proud of this that.
Well, Johnny, you're not the only family member. Doesn't your sister work there?
My wife.
Your wife. That's
my wife.
Right.
No, I've got 2 brothers, and all the brothers have worked there.
That's why I had it wrong. Okay.
But yep. And my wife works there, and actually my girls have started on the Christmas breaks and that. They'll come in and pull orders and help out as they can. So. And going to archery shoots. Yep. What we did starting out every weekend going to shoots, they've started going with me to help set up booths and run them when they can. So.
Well, like I said, guys, it's just good people to work with, homegrown people, and that's who I like to do business with, And now, Dale, you'll be talking to Johnny or his wife or somebody when we're talking to Dale, because Dale turned into a snowbird. He flew south to Florida. I don't blame him, But it gets cold up there. I thought it was cold here this morning at 34, but it gets really cold up there. Yeah. Well, guys, that's the story on Three Rivers, and I'll say it again. I started with traditional archery. That's all we had. Mm-hmm. Compounds came along. I went into that. And I'm like everybody else. You try to kill all the deer you can kill, and then you try to kill the biggest deer, and then you start getting more of a challenge. Yeah. This is more of a challenge. It's more fun. And if you've reached that point, you can get out there and take your quiver full of arrows and just go hunting like you did this morning. Yep. It wasn't in a stand.
Yep, ghillie suit. I walked in the dark. I picked a spot I thought had good cover, looked like it had a good crossroads of traffic, and just hunkered down and waited patiently.
Here she came.
Yeah, as she came. It's it was a challenge. It was a real challenge. But I mean, when it works out like this, a beautiful doe like this, it's hard to
tell us about your broadhead.
Sure. Well, I've got the Woodsman broadheads. This is the Elite, so it's machined.
That was the head, and people remember back the Wenzel brothers. Yep. Mm-hmm. That was their head, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
Didn't y'all buy that head? Or?
I bought it from Gene.
Yeah.
And
we were all shooting it actually, and then it came up the option to buy it. It's like, well,
I've killed several deer with that same head.
Easy to sharpen. It spit right through her so quick. It ricocheted up in the air. There was enough force on the other side of that deer. Went straight in the air and came back down solid red. I got a white arrow here. So it was like...
No, it's a red arrow. That's a pretty arrow now.
That is a red arrow now.
Pretty arrow now.
Yep, but she flew great. The broadhead performed perfectly. I mean, just right through her.
So, yeah, she went all at 22 yards.
Yep. She did a little circle to run further than
well, what bow are you shooting?
I've got a Das Dala. Oh, I'm sorry, not Doll. This is the DOS HT21.
I remember
So
when
it's-
y'all came out with this deal on the handle right there.
Yep. Has the weights for balance. It offers a lot of features. So if you want to compete, you can do it with this one bow, and then also you can bow hunt with it, as you can see. Kind of the one bow that does all was kind of the. I like a 21-inch length because it gives me 64 inches with these limbs that I have. These are mediums, and I can tune this thing in so well because that's what I like about metal risers. It's a little cold when it's cold out in the morning, but you can tune the bow as much as you can tune the arrow. So when you got those two working together, crosshair.
Now, see, you know you got a young man talking here. Now, see, this is what I'm saying. They can talk you through and explain all this stuff. Me, I've still just got an old wood bow, you know. It's simple like me, you know. I'm not high tech, but Gabe shoots something similar to this, my son. And he's done some amazing things and killed some amazing deer with that bow. So, hey, that's all we got to say about it. There's not much else to say.
And how many pounds?
This one is 50 pounds, 28.
50 pounds.
Yeah.
Fit right through that big old doe like nothing.
I think I shoot 48.
Yeah. I shoot 50.
That's all I feel comfortable with right now. I can sit back and anchor and shoot, but anything over that, I kind of start.
Well, that was the big thing for me. I came down and weighed from 56, and I got my groups to where they were tight. I shoot instinctive, so being able to hit, hit a baseball at 20 yards feels really good. And then having the gear with it to make sure that everything's performing right, big difference. Big difference.
Nice.
Well,
Thank you, Sid.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all. I just I appreciate it
Thank you.
and being here, and we still got a book tag to fill.
That we do. We're gonna get right
And
back at it.
you got to buy another tag.
Oh, for more does.
Dale said this is his deer.
Yeah.
He's taking his deer back to Florida. So if you want any good doe meat, you got to go buy you another tag. We can do that online.
We can get that done. Yeah, and there was plenty of them. I mean, there was a train of them coming when we started to track her that out there. And I thought, okay, we got deer to hunt.
Now I put them on my little secret hole yesterday. How many bucks did y'all see yesterday?
We quit counting at 15.
Yeah.
Dale was saying, this 10-point came in there, and I'm sitting over being quiet, and I'm thinking, he's going to shoot in a minute. He's going to shoot in a minute. He said, I don't know why I didn't shoot.
It's too big, apparently.
Yeah.
That was a good buck.
All right, a good buck.
Let's get this one to the cleaning shed, and we'll get her worked.
All right.
Good deal.
I got some work to do.